like food sensitivity issues with it, but like I ate a ton of Halloween candy last night and I woke up totally clear this morning.
Wait a few hours. Maybe that's what you really need to do.
Reese's peanut butter.
And that was the missing ingredient.
I know. But so acupuncture, well, the thing that makes it go away completely is vacation. So it's very stress related, I think.
Wait, any vacation anywhere or vacation? Where did you go on vacation?
Just being able to do whatever I want to do is what makes this congestion go away. And when I'm in a situation where I am forced to do something, like if I'm having to sit in a class that I don't enjoy, my nose will run down my face. I'll be constantly sneezing and blowing my nose. If I have to go to a thing that I don't want to, if I have to do anything that I don't want to do, like if I'm tired and I have to get up, it'll just, it's like my body's like way of saying fuck you. Like I'm not happy right now. So if I'm, somewhere laying on a beach for 6 days, like it's complete, and I don't even have to be somewhere warm. My last vacation, I just went to Washington State, and it was, I'll never not like the beach.
I just want to know if the nose will stop running.
No, I mean, in general, I did a 10-day silent meditation thing, and that made it go completely down after 3 days of battling with my body. But
you went to the professional place.
Yeah.
So.
And
3 days to back battle.
Yeah. But it's pretty ever present. I mean, it went away after my treatments with you for 7 years until really recently. It came back like a year and a half ago when I was finishing ACTCM, taking my boards. I was driving a taxi at night, super stressful, not getting much sleep. And really my nervous system just felt totally jacked from, you drive 12 hours a night and in the city, it's really, you're just all the time. So that's when it came back and it hasn't left. So I have my health history isn't really very remarkable. I've had more emotional upsets in life than physical. I've never broken anything. But I had my mother died when I was a really little kid, and I had a son that was abducted and taken away for a really long time. I didn't see him until a couple years ago. It was really traumatic. But with him, I had a very healthy, it was home birth, nursed, no complications. So, it was more emotional stuff. And then sometimes I have, actually kind of all the time, I have pain up here.
She has a buffalo hump sort of thing.
And pain in my hips lately. Lately it's kind of the congestion and then joint pain. So a lot of finger pain in between my fingers. And it's not my knuckles that hurt. It's not like that. It's in the spaces in between. And it can get pretty
Is it painful to touch?
No, it's more, it just feels, it's like a radiating pain. And sometimes it can get really sharp,
Can you produce it, radiating motion?
No, it just has to kind of be there.
Is it there now?
Not there.
But the hips so much.
Yeah, the hips are, I've been cupping my hips every night, and I don't have it right now. Not so much, But when I have it, it's usually right here.
Okay, choke it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have it on the table.
How old are you now? I'm 39.
So you notice that the feet sort of line well in. They want to do this. But they're not tight. I can bring them this way, but they don't really want to stay there, so that's okay. Any discomfort? Okay. The reason I'm checking kidney too is because of trauma, right? So,
The Shanhammer people have really interesting things to say about it.
well, I found it and they disappeared, and I thought, why it's skipping beat or
They
something?
said
No,
that
I
it
can't.
was a split pulse.
Split pulse.
From trauma, I guess.
It's definitely a rather weird pulse. I don't know what kind of just about it. So it does come and go, and yeah. Yeah, it's definitely weird. I'm not sure what I can.
Go ahead first. Random's crush.
Hmm?
But she should go first and she goes last.
Oh.
She should forget.
I mean, it definitely has some slipperiness to it. You know, that's a quality that's clear to me. Next, I'll tell you, we're taking so much time on the pulse. It's like, next this will become a pulse class.
You're like, I don't even
Avi's
know
class, Avi's pulse class. It's like, what?
I should say too, like,
Yeah.
because of all this like joint pain, especially like in my fingers and my hips and stuff, and I thought maybe that I was having like autoimmune stuff or like maybe Lyme disease or something, and I just went and got like this
All the
huge
tests.
blood workup, and I had nothing, like
How
nothing.
disappointing.
So disappointing.
That's good.
And even my thyroid is like completely within functional range. Like it's all totally, everything's dead in the middle. I don't even have like a nothing. Like everything's perfect.
Disappointed.
I'm so sorry.
I know. So there's nothing. No clue.
Are you still working nights now?
No. I quit like 2 months ago.
Oh,
You driving a cab just recently?
Until 2 months ago, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had to get my license and stuff. I just became licensed, so. And I was like working to save up money to open my practice, so I mission accomplished. But I am doing a lot. I'm in the doctoral program. That's how I
Oh,
make my
wow.
money. And I work at like a couple different places. It's a little crazy right now. But it's still better than driving a cab, because at least I'm doing acupuncture.
So like somebody calls a split pulse,
Yeah.
like on two different.
I don't
It's
know.
like
If
we're
you
up
go-
here and then we go down there. And
No,
then,
it's
no clue what it is.
You go all the way towards the tendon, you could feel something clear, and if you come back more lateral, it's like there's two separate pulses there. That's what a split pulse. At least to the system.
On both sides?
I just feel it in this, it's somewhat on this one.
So when I poke here, you just feel my fingers?
It's a little uncomfortable.
It's a little, oh, okay. How about here? Yeah, just my fingers, okay. Anything here, okay, so?
Not really.
Yes, right side. Okay. Adrenal.
A little bit.
Now, she has, adrenal on this side?
Yeah.
Okay. She has nodules and are a little larger than the sandy one, the one that we had, okay? So, and like I told you, I think that the larger ones tend to be more spleen type, but it's not exactly clear. How about Ren 9?
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Okay, so adrenal and Ren 9. Now, because of nasal thing, it might be the whole navel. How about here?
It's uncomfortable and a little sharp, yeah.
Okay, so it's not necessarily adrenal or Ren 9, it's just reflection of the nose. Or it could be both, but yeah. Okay, how about here
Uncomfortable.
and here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely uncomfortable. Okay. How about here
Uncomfortable.
and here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Inguinal? Is that inguinal?
Yeah.
Or lung.
Okay. How about this?
Not comfortable.
Not comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm checking. This is if you go, you're touching the inguinal, but you're really above the inguinal and full palm pressure, and when you release, that's a spleen 9 indication. Okay. Anything Ren 17?
Not so much.
Okay. And excuse me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel this. Okay. And this.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you said not to the touch, but just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Last
that
one?
one, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're all a little, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
They're all tender.
All tender?
Yeah.
And the third one here.
Yeah, I mean, they're all tender, but the third one is the most.
Oh, okay. Okay. So they are tender to the touch. Great.
Yeah.
So
They're
sorry,
just not
but it's great.
radiating pain. Like,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
says it has to be radiating. Okay. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4 is the worst.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll take that as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
None right now.
None right now. Okay, so this guy here.
Yeah.
All right. And excuse me. Okay. And immune.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay. And immune.
Do it again.
1, 2, 3.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Okay. Oh.
What were you touching there?
Sandra 16.
Okay.
Okay,
You're going
she has.
to 3 locations, so a little bit,
Yeah,
a little bit down the
I keep
posterior
going down,
SCM.
yeah, below the SCM to find out what there is, because if I just check one, it may not be quite. Okay, so this one and here, right? How's the hip? Sorry.
Way better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Okay. How? By the way, spleen 9 is the best one I have for hip pain. Okay. How is this?
A lot better.
And the other two that were not as big a deal?
I feel like you're not pushing as hard.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Okay. I don't know if it works opposite side, but I'm always happy to try. The original dogma is we do one side for one side, but I find that if it's really the right point, it should cross sides, or ideally. 1, 2, 3.
No, it's pretty much gone.
Pretty much gone. Okay, great. All right. Oh, and we have to check the poor navel still.
So would you start comparing things to like how well she can breathe?
In a second. Hold on. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
By the way, where is that? This
3 and 4.
Yeah, 3 and 4. This branding mark. Did you have it at this? You have a scar
Oh,
here.
I had a
Burn? Lots of
navel
burn?
ring when I was pregnant. I took it out and it like
Oh,
stretched
okay,
out.
okay, gotcha. Okay. So you said 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay. 3
It's fine.
and 4.
It's still there.
Okay. Let's start with. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah. Just a little sensitive.
Just happened that you jumped. Okay. All right. Next. Tell me when.
I mean, there's a little bit for all of them.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
3.
3. Okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be the most. It just, I can check all 3. How's 3 now?
Better.
Better gone or better?
Yeah, gone.
Better gone. Okay. How is this guy now?
Better.
Still some.
Little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
So we treat around the navel for the nose.
And it's just the same place on the...
Hmm?
No, it's not the same place on the navel that it is on the nose.
I'm
Like
not
it's
sure.
not, you're not mirror imaging.
Oh, no. I'm not saying we're around in the nose and I'll take it around the navel. No. I'm just taking options around the navel,
Do you look
looking.
for nodules or?
Yeah, I'm looking for something tight or, yeah, I am looking for something. Whatever it's, it might, you don't find gummy around the navel, generally speaking.
I feel like that's all it is around my navel. 10 pounds of gummy.
Okay, hold on, 10 pounds of gummy, let's deal with that. Okay. Why not?
Oh, that's weird. That last one you didn't, I kind of started to get cramps.
Oh, is it okay now?
Yeah. Oh, I still feel it. It's weird.
Hold on 1 second. Anything here? Compare left side, right side.
No, it's fine.
How about here?
A little bit right there.
Okay. Oh, liver 13 is painful. Okay, sorry. How is now?
Same.
This one is the same. Okay, fine. But liver 13 is uncomfortable. Okay. I was trying to think if she says, oh, I have extra 10 pounds around the navel, if it's fatty liver kind of situation. So, how is liver 13?
Better.
How much better?
50%.
No.
Still, actually, it's less now. It's only maybe 30% better.
Oh, okay. So
It's pretty sharp.
this was better.
Yeah, it's still sharp though.
Still sharp. Okay. Because still liver 13 is still spleen related.
Right.
Okay. So,
Think you should continue for
for nose issues? Or for,
Yeah, and also,
yeah.
so I was like, oh, maybe okay.
Yeah. No. I was thinking of, okay, she doesn't have much in terms of stomach chi.
That's better.
How much?
Maybe there's only 10%.
Okay. Inner yin. Sorry. But if she has, inner yin is part of the lifting, it has something to do with mushu. Mushu helped 50%, but it didn't. So, I'm trying, and she says, she feels there's a lot of things falling, there's extra weight here, so I'm trying to kind of help lift. It's kind of like the activation of kidney 6. This one's okay now? Okay. Hips okay? Right? Fingers are okay?
That one.
The last one?
Yeah.
Okay. And fingers, okay?
Those are all still.
They're all still
A little bit,
something?
yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. The pinky finger on the right side.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, still something. Okay. No problem. 1, 2, 3.
It's fine.
Ultimately, we have to get to you anyway. So it's all preparation before we get there. 1, 2, 3. You're good?
Yeah.
Right? You had this one, right?
There was
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
yeah, that's the
This one, okay. This one was the worst originally, that's why I kept going there. Okay. Better, or I want it gone?
Yeah, no, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to convince you, I just want to know. Okay. All right. Now, I ask her, how's your breathing?
The left side's totally blocked, but the right side's open.
The right side was open before,
Yeah,
even though that's not its
but
usual.
it's a little better.
Okay, so left side still.
Left side's like, yeah, there's nothing going through
No.
it. Nothing different.
No?
Nothing different.
Okay, let's try to 20.
No, it's actually starting to get a little like,
More congestion.
yeah.
Tight here, right? Okay, hold on. Now.
Yeah. Well, stuff's happening, but
Stuff.
you hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Because she's switching sides, right? Okay, now.
No. Now it's getting congested
On the other
a
side.
little bit on the right. Yeah, it's like, it's not like there's anything in there. It's that it feels like the mucosal lining is just like inflamed and thickening. There's no like snot in there. Like it's at the point where it's just getting inflamed. And then like after it gets inflamed, then it starts to like get stuff coming out. It starts to produce. But like right now it's just like inflamed.
How's now? Any pain here?
I do actually get pain there, but I don't have it when you.
Largely zip 5.
It's a little,
for
it's
5
like a
points.
little bit, but yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. This side also?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. When I press here, how's the nose?
It seems to clear a little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
I mean, now it's starting to produce stuff. I think that might be like a reaction to the stress of like all the treatment, but
Scary.
The stress of the treatment?
yeah, like just,
Too many people around you?
yeah. I mean, not that,
Why
I
don't you
mean,
take a
it's
little bit of
not,
distance?
sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. I mean, you can stand, but just give her 2 feet away.
It's not a conscious thing. Like, I don't mind it
It's okay, it's
consciously.
okay. It's what it is. How's now?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay. Which one did a better job? Large intestine 1 and 2 or large intestine 5?
5.
5 did a better
Yeah.
job. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like it's something that I don't have access to like tell it to calm down. That's like freaking out, you know.
How are we doing?
A little bit better. It's uncomfortable. It's both sides, yeah. Still,
No change?
a little change. 30% better.
30%. And now?
It's like
No,
now
just.
it's less.
So this one does 30% for this.
Or maybe, yeah.
maybe a little bit, maybe not as much.
Okay. How about this? Okay.
Maybe like 20% better.
Okay, and this
Still
will
okay.
okay.
No,
No, not more.
not
And this does
a
20%.
little bit. Yeah.
Okay, that's not big enough. No. Okay. Question. I know these are uncomfortable. Hmm?
Yeah, they're really.
Okay, so sorry about that. But how's the nose?
Better.
It is better.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. So these are not comfortable. Hmm?
What are those points? I can't.
Stomach 30.
Okay.
How's stomach 30 now?
Same.
How's now? Let's see.
What about like cerebrotosis?
Hmm? She's not big enough for that.
I know, but the
It's possible.
Stomach 30,
Yeah, no, but
maybe
you
like
know,
lifting.
maybe it's not. I mean, she would have to be a little bit bigger.
Wait, what is it?
Visceratosis.
The, yeah.
Actually, when you said that, when you described that, I didn't realize that wasn't.
Okay, I'll check it in a second.
Because I am actually, before I had my son, like I was like a pretty small person. My mom's a really small person. So I'm actually like 50 pounds heavier than my mother was, who was like the same size as me. Like probably 50 pounds heavier than I was before I had my son.
Okay.
So even though I'm not big, it's like
Something
for me, I'm
different.
big.
Any discomfort here?
Yeah.
Okay, when I press this, how's stomach 30?
Worse.
Worse?
Yeah.
Okay. Small intestine 11 and stomach 30 have a relationship. You know, apparently not a good one in her case.
It
kind of
makes
sucks.
it shoot out tonight.
Okay, but she said something else about, you know, since pregnancy, so something hormonal. Let's start with the small intestine 3 just because I'm here, otherwise I'm TV66. Now.
The left side is better, but the right side is
Yeah, because I'm on the left side. Okay, that's kind of disadvantage.
But I mean,
So you see, it's not always the same, you know, it's usually same side to same side, but if it's really like that's the point, it would have worked for both sides.
I was actually did 20 years ago, so
So,
I don't know if it's still hormonal and stuff, if it's still.
but that started the weight gain,
Yeah.
right?
Is the nasal congestion the oldest thing you got it since you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if she's a hormonal type, no, okay, yeah. But if there's a hormonal component, it may not manifest until after puberty or after a pregnancy or something, and that, you know, but she has the hormonal component from age 0 possibly. You know, you just don't know. I mean, it's hard to know. So this one's better now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So talking about the right one, here, right? Side.
It is better. Yeah.
You're not too happy though.
It's like at least 70% better though.
Okay.
Yeah. Not happy because I ate as I should.
Oh, it's okay now?
Yeah, it's fine.
So just say it sucks. It's 100. It's made it worse. Okay, how's your breathing?
A little bit better. Still on the left side.
So, how small intestine 3 relates to...
Hormones?
Oh, okay.
If something happened during pregnancy and it had to do with hormone, then either UV66 or small intestine 3. Okay, so I'm checking it against, and small intestine 11 makes stomach 30 worse.
Mm-hmm.
So small intestine guy. Talking about your breathing. Say, no change. And you did say that stomach 30 made breathing better, right? So,
Ooh, that's weird, the right side.
this is the right
Yeah.
side. Hold on. Suppose you hate small intestine 3. Is that okay? Do you feel it?
No.
Okay, so I hear it. Okay. How's now?
It's still pokey.
Okay, cool. So let's try the visceraptosis. So it's here, right? Okay. How's okay now?
Better.
Lots better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. No problem. Oh, what? This one just trees gone now.
I think it got attached to your sweater.
So if they hate a certain point, there's always another way to do it, which is get one of those tea needles. No problem, right? It's okay. So, it's tender, okay. This is okay now? Okay, this is tender, so
Yeah, both sides were.
Hmm?
Both of those.
Oh, but I already have, okay. So since I already needled the tender one, I will go for it anyway. Okay. How's the nose?
Still blocked on the left side, but like really pretty clear on the right side.
But that was before, so we haven't accomplished.
But it wasn't totally clear on the right. You know, the right side before when we first started was like clear enough for me to breathe, which is a total like miracle. But it's like clear now. The left side's still blocked.
Okay.
Usually it's one side is completely blocked.
How's now? All right, let's do render miscommunication. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just there's sweater.
Oh. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to do that again.
Yeah.
What was that?
Rend 22, and usually do 20, but often for nose I might do something different. So do 24, 23, and this is one that goes with little wires. So with a 3 bypass cord. Are you okay? Don't worry. I'll let you know before I do that. Okay, you will feel like a little earthquake inside your nose. Apparently, what you did. Sorry.
Is that happening again?
No, it's not happening. Don't worry. Okay, how's your nose now?
A little bit better on the left side.
Okay.
Get a little bit of air through.
Don't worry. No, you won't feel anything. You're ionizing the air, basically. How are we doing?
A little better.
One last one, and then actually two more.
I'm breathing through the left side now.
Sorry?
I'm getting air through the left side
Okay,
now.
great. And now? That's it. Yes, what? Sorry.
I think I'd have to like plug my right nostril to see if I'm actually getting like the percentage, but like I'm breathing through the left nostril now.
Do you want me to plug your right nostril?
What's that?
Do you want her to plug your right nostril?
No,
I'm not that desperate.
I'm probably getting like 20% air through the
Okay.
left nostril now.
The reason I'm looking now at autonomic nervous system is, see, there's a part of there, she doesn't have an autonomic nervous pulse or whatever, but at a few junctions here, she like jumped. You know, so her nervous system does get roughed up a little bit too easily.
It's the same.
But under third toe didn't change. Okay.
Yeah.
And if I recall, stomach 9 might have made a change, but we'll check that again. So, under the third toe. Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah, it's really strong.
Okay, just one more.
Okay.
Okay, relax totally. I know it's hard. Yeah, easier.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
starting to sweat.
No, no.
That might be all the needles that my body wants.
Okay, all right. So we're right now. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not touching. I'm just asking how many houses.
Better.
Okay. I promise no more needles. It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah.
You don't have to say better.
No, I mean I'm probably getting 20% air through the left
Okay.
side now.
All right, we'll let you. All right. Questions? Yes.
So I know you know her pretty well, but like normally when you do like the Spleen 9 or and then you start something, you enable and then she still has the breathing. Is that normally a time where you go back and ask more about like family history or things that happened at birth or?
Well, the problem here is that, well, she kind of doesn't have any, and what she actually is saying, okay, if you listen to what she says, is she is saying that the key to her issues, that her medical history is really more about emotions. You know, that there's, you know, and there's also, well, this would have been, actually she was the one who asked the question. That's why I was like, well, I'm not going to demonstrate it on you because then you don't get to see it. How do I use other kind of ideas and combine? So the way, okay, Mama died when she was at a young age and the son was abducted. Okay.
It's like mother stuff.
Yeah, well, there's many ways to interpret mother, for one thing, but yeah, so you can look at mother and look at it as red. That would be one way. Since I personally don't have the greatest resonance with a red, it's not gonna, it probably won't work. But the other place is, there is, okay, what point has, you know, the mother and the son, that makes grandmother and grandson, right? Combination, which point is named that way?
I think it was Spleen 4.
Spleen 4, exactly. Yeah. So now the other thing is, because I know a little bit, you know, so there is a certain, she, in my opinion, has, and she has Spleen on stomach 30, she would have chum issues, from my perspective. Okay. Yeah, that would be the, yeah. So I would look into possibly doing a chum treatment, but confirming it through the abdomen. The problem with the chum treatment is, the chum treatment is going to include, the chum treatment will be induce Spleen 4, and then trace the chum channel, which would be stomach 30, kidney 16, QB21, QB27. Okay, she already, so it's a little undistinguishable at this point. You know, spleen 4 didn't do anything for her. Now it'll be interesting to see. I'm not needling anything. Don't worry. I'm just checking something out. Any change in the breathing? So, you know, but that was like a theory that I would have had to look at it. Make sense?
So within like the whole Kiiko method, like if somebody said, some other person says, oh, well, my childhood was really stressful, like my stepfather beat me or something, you know what I mean? Like that was their earliest thing, then are you looking at like emotional reset?
Can Max the person take care of this? Well, that's the method. And Kiiko actually says it herself.
Really?
Somebody once asked her, I mean, and this is not a joke, she will run out of the room. She gets so uncomfortable. If somebody has a meltdown on the table, she gets incredibly uncomfortable. And then and you know, in a class she can't run out. Somebody actually asked her, this was years ago, they asked her, she made it sound like a joke, but it was totally true. They said, what happens if somebody has a breakdown on the table? Well, it happened with the patient. And so Kiiko kind of like, she starts kind of like disassociate, she can't, you know. Sometimes she can relate to it, but often it's just she doesn't want. And somebody said to her, what do you do when somebody has a meltdown on the table? She says, I run the hell out of the room. She wasn't joking. You know, it's not her forte. Well, no, that's why it's good to have a Moxa person in the room. They take care of, you know, you do it very politely. You know, you kind of like disappear little by little. Everybody stop walking away. But this is not the style that's famous for. I mean, I'm exaggerating slightly the whole thing, but this is not the style for treating emotional things on an emotional level. This is a style to treat emotional things on the physical level. Meaning, do what you can with the autonomic nervous system. Do what you can to open what you are. Do not. You do. Well, I do, but this is not the style where you're like opening up for them in a psychological manner. You're dealing with a body, and many people, that's enough for them. Okay. Also, you know, I mean, since I work in an area that's fairly close to Kiiko, you know, I mean, Boston's a little different. There's a little bit more opening there because of all the universities. New Englanders, they don't want to talk about their problems. They are not, you know, they are tough people, you know. So when you get people who have, you know, that kind of thing, I mean, you expect them to go to a psychotherapist or something that, you know, like you're not, it's not like a California situation, you know, where there's the expectation of that kind of support from you, you know. So Kiiko does treat, you know, psychological, you know, what might be called psychological issues, but very much from a physical perspective. You know, it's like she's interested in the, you know, the insomnia, the panic attack, the, you know, can you breathe, you know, it's that stuff, but it's not the, she's not going to get into the emotional perspective of it. She makes some, yeah, go ahead.
Like many times, people will cry on the table, right? And like in the beginning, I was all freaked out, but then I realized that it's good, that they were holding emotions, and somehow your needling released them, and so they help them let go. So the only thing I do is encourage them to not be shameful because they're crying. I just tell, you know, letting your emotions out are good. It's good. Go ahead, feel free to cry as much as you want. And then they do it, and then it's gone.
It's like going back and forth. You know?
And it's good. That's the only thing that I do as far as supporting that.
No, but I think Christine's question was in this style, and what I'm kind of trying to say is that officially in this style, that's not the, that's exactly where the Kiiko people will generally kind of try and treat what you find in the body in a fairly adamant way. You know, it's a way of, to me, it's a little bit avoiding the question. You know, so because I also come from a different style of working, you know, like I do, but a lot of the Kiiko people, at least from what they say, what they claim is, no, you treat whatever there is in the body, that will resolve, you know, which theoretically makes sense. The body and the mind are one continuum, why are we separating, blah, blah, blah. But in my opinion, the reality is that you can't always reach the mind through the body, or the other way around. You know, so it's like, you need to do what's comfortable for you, but the general Kiiko hardline stance is, this will be exactly where they really want to do. You find this, treat this. Because if you do more, if you start now telling stories around it, you're in trouble. And generally the Kiiko style people tend to shy away from, getting too much into it. Now, I don't know everybody who does the style, I don't claim 100%, but there is a tendency towards, we're not psychotherapists, we're not, we will treat what we find in the body. Anyone else?
Is it notable to you that her nasal condition works with stress, basically? Is it just like she's having a general physiological response to stress?
Yeah, well, that's why I was trying to perform aid with that, actually made it worse, but under third toe gave her a certain amount of relief.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, too much stress, too much pressure belongs to what?
Too much pressure? Like, the liver is generally
Right. I mean, that's really interesting. How did you arrive at liver?
Well, I think stress is like emotions not flowing freely. So she's
Why not the lungs? No, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. So,
yeah, I mean, why the liver
but a
is
dog
from condition.
Okay. You have 5 zang and you have 5 emotions associated with it. Okay. What's the emotion of the heart? It's just looking at me like, what do you want from me? The lung is sadness. The kidney is fear. The liver is
Anger.
okay. Did the anger here fit? She may be angry, but no, hold on. I'm not. I'm just saying. Up to now, with these 4 emotions, you didn't get the stress. Anger may be an expression to vent out stress. But up to now, none of these got you to stress or pressure. What's the emotion of the spleen? Worried or overthinking, or too much pressure. It's too much pressure on you, like overthinking, too much pressure.
Like heavy, everything are heavy upon you.
Now, most emotional issues, strangely enough, are going to come down to the spleen. Why? See, and that's why I kind of went with this. Why liver? Because most TCM people immediately want to go to liver. And I think it's a little bit of a mistake. Okay? Because all emotional issues, there is no problem, because you say, I see stress is not flowing. Okay? Now let me give you the Taoist perspective of it a little bit, like a slightly different way of looking at it. Yes, I understand that, the issue of the stresses, things are not venting out properly, they're getting stuck, and so therefore you're thinking like liver qi congestion. That's the TCM way of looking at it. I'm going to say that if you are, why are emotions not flowing smoothly? Because we internalize them when we think about it. We're not letting the emotion be spontaneous. Who is not letting, what component does not let us be spontaneous?
Well, our socialization.
Yes, and that's the thinking. It's we think, therefore we suffer, quote unquote, because we don't.
I look at it like
it was a misquote, but sorry.
I think about it too, like we don't think about it. We just sort of have this thing
we
coming at us.
Well,
we can't figure it out. So we're just like.
Okay. we're not allowing ourselves to be spontaneous, so we don't think, in other words, we react to things, but that's the anger type. The anger is when we're unable to like just take time and think about it. But most other emotions, plus for most emotions, as long as it's an emotion and it's just there, everything is fine. It's just a river of emotion. Big deal. It's the moment that you latch onto it. It's the moment that you take it on and start thinking about it, obsessing over it. It becomes you. That's the spleen. So
Other than an emotion.
yeah, and so it's, in my opinion, all emotional issues eventually, because it requires consciousness, it requires the yi. It requires the attention or the intention of the yi. Without the yi, the emotional stuff is like, what? I'm sad when I'm sad, I'm happy when I'm happy, I'm grieving when I'm, like, big deal. It's when you latch onto it and it becomes you and it starts to define you. That's the spleen. Or if you like, that's you're giving it boundaries, sort of thing. You're giving it earth, you're giving it substance. Right? So that's why, to me, emotional issues relate more to the spleen than any other organ. And it seems, now also, by the way, notice, Ren 15, worry, spleen 3 pericardium. We're much bigger on the spleen. We have very little resonance with liver as an emotional, which the TCM, it's like so obvious to them. Every stress, everything is like, and it's kind of like you wonder, like, is it because the TCM people are angry? Like, what's the matter with them? So there's been such an incredible, strong directing towards the liver. So I'm not saying it's wrong, totally, but I'm saying that I think it's a little bit too strong, and it's good to like kind of redistribute a little bit. Like let the liver, it's not always the liver's fault. So, and the question is, do you get better results? Can you get better results clinically by treating something else and not just the liver? Now, the problem is going to be if you're looking at it from an herbal perspective. You don't have options. You don't have a spleen herb. Oh, are you cold? Okay, we have a blanket also, but we can't close the window.
I'm like, wait, no, sorry.
There are no spleen, well, there is a definition there's really no real spleen opening herbs. You either have, the closest thing you get is fooling. Okay? Well, yeah, but it's still fooling, it's the same thing. But it has to be damp, it's still a dampness. But we don't have a very strong concept herbally. Is that okay? Of opening the spleen, so what you're going to get is, the closest you'll get is maybe something like Muxian. So herbally speaking, it makes sense to do, things are getting worse. Is it the blanket?
I think it's just because I got cold. It's because I'm cold.
Oh. So herbally, all the emotional herbs, like your hepompi kind of things, they're all liver herbs. So that's, I think, why there's this very strong, because acupuncture in China is very tied in with the herbal understanding of it. So eventually you have to look at, you can have the understanding theoretically, whatever you want, but you have to work with the tools. All the tools are geared towards the liver.
But in Western, the spleen, it makes sense to correlate it with Western because now everyone knows that you can take like probiotics and fix the gut dysbiosis for emotional issues.
Right. So that would be the equivalent of our, the gut is a little bit more spleen than liver. So. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cute. All right, I'm going to take the needles out, so let me try and leave the blanket out for as long as possible. Are you gonna be okay lying face down?
Sure.
Well, when the nose is a problem, it's a decent, it's a fair question, don't you think?
Can you do the treatment on her side? So we can
Yeah.
see, so
Yeah.
we can see you do that?
Yeah, we can certainly do that. Would you prefer to be on the side? Okay. Do you, no, I didn't ask you. Fine. Do you prefer the side or do you prefer the back?
Side might be better, so.
Okay. She wants to see the side, doesn't mean you want to be on the side. That was the issue. I'm totally okay doing it one way. Okay. All right, so let's have you turn over onto, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Over towards me. Get a little more there. I'm assuming that makes your left side more congested?
No.
No? Because usually you want the side that's more congested on top. All right. If you're okay?
Yeah, it's not changing.
Okay.
I mean,
Hmm?
it seems unpredictable, so.
Okay. This side. I want to put that between the two of them. Is that good? So. Lots of cups.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, we're done.
How is 1, 2, 3 now?
2 and 3 are better ones still.
Okay. Well, there's no needle yet.
Yeah, it wasn't the needle, it was just like very.
Yeah. All right.
A bad thing that's gonna like run into the.
All right. So 1 is still there?
Yeah.
Okay. But 2 and 3 are better?
Actually, 2 and 3 are still there, yeah, but.
Still there.
Yeah.
3?
Still there. Still. Still.
Okay, so it ain't doing anything. Okay. 3, 2, and 1 now.
I mean, they're, yeah, it's irritating.
I already did under the third toe. It's okay. No, she's not answering the questions. All right. So, okay, 1, 2, and 3, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try UB49. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, they're better. I think they're better maybe just in contrast to UB49, which is actually very painful. This one is very painful.
Yes. I understood what you said. Okay. Okay. How's UB49?
So painful.
Okay. So. No.
Better.
How much?
50% better.
Okay, and if I go further out to the side,
Yeah, it's still like 50% better.
either way, okay, so might as well do the center. Now, do you have any pain on this UB49?
No.
Okay, only this side. Okay. All right. How's 49 now?
Yeah, it's like
50%. Okay. Do you need any adjustment for the legs and something else? So, hands, 1, 2, 3 now.
Right.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Any equivalents on this side?
Yeah.
Okay. And how is now?
3 is still.
But 1 and 2 are better?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try a slightly different point. How's 3 now?
Better.
And 1 and 2?
It's fine.
You're fine. Okay, good. And we'll just add UB42. That's all. It's fine. Want to be needled out.
No, that one's
Sorry?
the back.
The back combination?
The back is really fine.
Interesting. The only problem with doing things on the side is that it's harder to find anatomical landmarks
Yeah.
because everything's kind of like shifting all over the place. All right.
I used to really like the moxa on the lymph area. I think that helped.
Okay.
I think that helped my sinus a lot. I think that's,
Okay.
I don't know. what that is.
I don't know how easy it will be to do right now
Oh, yeah.
because
no, I'm
of the
just saying.
shirt.
I just remember it even for,
Okay, we can certainly do this side. No, because this is shirt. No, you don't have to hold the shirt. You're okay. I'll take
Can we
it.
hold it?
Hmm?
Sure.
I'll tape it in a moment. So this is the thing under small intestine 12, under the scapular spine. Full length. My special request.
I mean, it helped me so
No,
much.
no, I believe you.
And I remember I would be waiting up on the BART platform and it would just be burning.
What would be burning? This?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like it would still be burning like all day long.
Huh.
I had, like burns there, but it worked. You didn't do that on purpose.
Yeah. She really pissed me off, so I went and burned her.
That's how it works though.
Magic.
Yeah, you burn them until they say everything's much better.
Must have been good. Nose there or anything. There's not like.
I don't think so. I don't think there's necessarily lymph nodes there. There's lymph nodes in the area, but no, that's not a famous lymph, clearly.
How many needles do you think we use in lymph treatment?
Oh, 2, maybe 3.
You're looking for nodules.
I'm looking for, not nodule, I would say, that's not an area where you get nodules in my experience, more gummy, puffy.
You said under small intestine 12 and laterally.
And, well, it could be medial also.
Could be medial.
No, it could be medial. It's under the scapular spine. I'm just using small intestine 12 because if I say under the scapular spine, people don't really have a good understanding of where the point is. So I'm saying if you take someone to sleep 12, and then just go under the scapular spine.
So how much time do you spend with the patient on average?
The patient stays about an hour and 10 minutes.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's two sides. There's two sides. I can spend with them, okay, I can spend more time, but, if you ask Kiiko how much time she actually, well, she won't. She'll tell you the same answer that I just gave you, right? She actually spends maybe 5 minutes to the front, 5 minutes to the back. It's done. But she has moxa people. So, they do the moxa. So she's very quick.
But you can see two people in the room.
Yeah. I mean, I can actually see as many people, well, not as many, that's about an exaggeration, but I can see a lot more people, it doesn't matter. It is work intensive. It is, it's like Kiiko used to like to call it, this is not white collar acupuncture, this is blue collar acupuncture. It's a lot of work. But we tend to spend less time talking to them. We just kind of try and direct them to the table. It's also, by the way, in terms of how you start on this style, if you are going to do this style like immediately and really want to do it fully, I suggest don't talk to the patients much. Because you just want to see, the energy stagnates. It's very hard to then get them on the table and respond to you and tell you, this is aggressive. How is it? Is it better? Is it better? After you talk to them, and, well, and you don't like your sister, and your mother, blah, 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 and, and I don't think you should eat eggplant, and, that kind of stuff, that, most people do, acupuncturists do. It's very hard, then they want to get on the table, they just want to go to sleep. And this style, they can't do it. They can't fall asleep until you're done with all the moxa. They have to keep giving you feedback. But yeah, you can see 3 people in you might if you're good at this.
Do you give people homework? Like, do you give them moxa to take home and tell them?
Generally no, because they don't do it. It's like, well, and moxa. Well, I used to tell people, oh, you can use Tiger Hormonal, nobody ever used it. It's like a waste of time and money to do it. Because they're not going to be able to do direct moxa. Since I don't believe in moxa balls, it's not the method that if I do moxa on point, it's not like, okay, you go and do moxa pull at home. It's totally different.
Do you do magnets and press-ups?
Magnets and press-ups, I leave.
Do you do them often?
Magnets and press-ups? Yes and no. It really depends on the person and the issue. Also, often what happens is they get off the table and they say, oh, there's this thing left, and I'll find something, and that will be the press-up thing. And only, and otherwise, if I use magnets and press-ups, to lead for them, it's because it made such a big difference, and they're like desperate, then I'll try and continue the treatment for them. Yeah. Oops. How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah? The nose is okay?
It's okay. We're like on my side.
All right. Any questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
The papaya is in the rhomboid, right?
The what?
The papaya.
The papaya is the attachment of the rhomboid to the scapula.
Then, as I remember, lung 8 and top of the trochanter work very well for that area.
Should. Yeah, but the papaya is more cardiac than lung.
Oh.
So yes, it can help.
Okay.
But it's not like that because you're thinking of trochanter more when you're thinking of chest capacity of expansion. Here, you're looking at just, first of all, it's just one side, and you're really looking at it, it's the congestion that is really coming from the cardiac stuff rather than from lung stuff. But yes, you could try.
It's coming from cardiac.
No, she's not on yours. You know, we talked about, you know, this papaya and apricot, right? So yeah, go ahead.
I was wondering, so the papaya and cardiac on the left side, there doesn't necessarily have to be like pressure pain, or is it
No, it's more puffy. It's very clearly puffy. They may not. When you press on it, they might not even feel it. In fact, some people, it's incredibly thick. It's almost like the thicker it is, the harder and thicker it is, the less they will feel.
For the trochanter and the rhomboid, we're looking more for pressure pain?
Yes.
Not necessarily just the textural.
Yes, you're in this one. I'm not looking for puffy texture. I'm looking for pressure pain. Yes, that's correct. But I still think it's a good idea to try.
She was all about trochanter and autonomic nervous system and rhomboid and blood pressure.
Well, again,
I always check this.
yeah. Well, again, because in my opinion, no. I'll say that. I'll save that sentence for the afterwards when we turn the recording off. So there's some things that I have a little bit of like sense not to say. Because if you're pressed down, if the space between the legs and the torso is all pushed down, you're pressing the chest, and therefore you're pressing the nervous system. So it's very, I think it's very important to do that. So, make sense?
Can I add one thing about those
Yes.
trochanter points? How deep do you go? Do you just do a superficial like you do on most others, or do you try to go?
They're it's a little bit deeper. It's not a teeny amount, but I'm not taking a 3-inch needle. I really only have one style needle, 30 millimeters, or 15 millimeters for sensitive points.
Okay.
But, so the most I can go is I can only go half an inch at the most, or a teeny bit more than half an inch. But in there, no, I don't have to. I mean, you do want to go a little bit deeper than just under the skin, yes.
Okay.
But you don't, because remember, you're looking at, first of all, especially when they're on the side, okay, the bone, the trochanter, the bone, there are a few people that are going to have a lot of meat here, and it's going to be very hard to find the bone. Those people, you probably want a much bigger needle. Okay, than what I use, 30 millimeters. But most people, even when they're fat, the trochanter tends to be pretty much on the skin. Okay?
What's that?
Especially if they're on the side. Okay? So,
And you always do it bilaterally?
yeah, well, you don't have to, but yeah, I would tend to do bilateral. Which is why I often don't do it on the side. I don't really like doing side treatments. It's not, Kiiko loves doing side treatments. I kind of don't relate to it.
She likes that and running out of the room.
No, she doesn't mock sport. Listen, first of all, when they're face down, they can't. It's just that, for me, it's like everything is like in the wrong place now. Gravity is taking it in the wrong place. I'm used to working, the place where I would do side treatment is if I'm doing GB25 downwards. That's when I'm interested in doing it. The other thing is, in the last few years, Kiiko started doing this thing where it started when she was interested in small intestine 11, and then she was getting into do 16, and what she started doing is check the abdomen face up, and then she'll have them turn to the side and see if small intestine 11 does a better, alleviates the abdomen. And the problem with that is, well, when you check the abdomen in this position, everything is different than when they're like this. It's like, even if you think you're in the exact same spot, I don't think you are, but also the gravity of the situation is different. So I don't think it's quite fair to do the comparison. So I've never liked this position. That is not a position I would treat someone, unless, I have 2 patients right now that cannot lie down face down. Then I do this. It's like I'm forced into it. But for my own initiative, I would never do this, except if I did water treatment. Then I'm doing GB25. And that's when I need to, and then what I'll do is I'll just do the stimulating the quadratus lumborum on one side, turn him onto the other side, stimulate the quadratus lumborum on the other side, then I'll have them lie down straight down. I'd rather do that than save the time and do everything, And if you're doing the side, generally you can only do the top. You can find much better. The top is easier to do, the bottom part. There's a whole bunch of points you just can't find in this position. All the inner border of the scapula is not comfortable to do. Okay, on the top one. It's a little too easy to do on the bottom one, and you can almost puncture the lung that way. You can't find small intestine 9-10 on this side. You see, I can't really do, because of the show I can do it, but it's very uncomfortable to do these lymph points. This is just not a great position for me. So I don't like it. Kiiko seems to love this position in recent years.
I think it's just for teaching them. Kind of to add, so you can do 3 sessions, you do
Right.
that side.
It may well be, I don't know, but she didn't used to teach with, occasionally you saw her do something on the side, but generally she didn't seem to do it a lot. So I don't know. All right. All right. Let's have you sit up and we'll do Abdominal on the other side. Please. Can we lift the shirt? You don't have to curl your shoulders. Are you too cold?
No.
Okay. You sure? Yeah. Take care of this. If you can use your right hand to hold this, that's all.
What are you doing on that side?
Those lymph nodes that you said you like doing a lot and feeling a lot.
Yeah. Like it just cleared major.
Wow.
Imagine to get some duties for me every morning.
Okay, so something like this, what I would do now is I would leave dress text on. Because, it's dramatic. If the change is that dramatic from just one point, then it's definitely worth questioning. just put tape on it so it will hold a little bit longer. Okay. Thank you. How's your breathing?
It's coming through both nostrils, but weirdly.
Weirdly.
Thank you.
All right.
So why did you decide to use the?
Because it opens the nose. You know, just like the chest communication one, it opens up the nose.
So what points did you look that up to?
It's, you use, well, the thing is, it's done, the points themselves are not going to work without the Pachi. So it's Ren 22 and do 20, and the green and the red go and do 20, and I spark Ren 22.
And just the one time?
Well, because she hated it so much one time. You should do 3 times within 20 minutes.
And why does that? What does it do?
Well, it seems to open up everything in the face. So, but that's, you know, unfortunately that all the toys, you know, this whole Pachi business is a whole...
It's a Pachi, right?
This is called the Pachi Pachi. And this is called a 3. This is a 3 bypass cord. So this is very much like the iron pump. It's the same principle as the iron pumping cord, except that in an iron pumping cord you have 2 clips with 1 diode directing. This has 2 diodes, so you have to spark it in order to get the flow to go, to move. You're not adding electricity here, you're simply jump starting it.
Okay.
It's a whole other field, and you know, the thing is, we don't teach that, you know, in the 90s, this was like the, you know, people was doing tons and tons and tons of this kawaii stuff and teaching it a lot. The thing is, people resent it because there's a lot of equipment involved. It's expensive, the equipment itself. So if you committed yourself to like kawaii style, you're talking about probably, well, first of all, some of the instruments don't exist anymore. Okay, so the Hibiki 7, for example, does not exist anymore. The Ito F3 pointer doesn't exist anymore. So we have problems, you know, so some of the stuff you can't do. But just to get diode rings and Apache and chains, you know, and cords, you're probably talking about investing, you know, $400 to $500, you know, to get the equipment. But it is a very effective style. So, you know, since it wasn't moving, I thought, okay, let me try and, jumpstart stuff. All right, any questions before we end?
Do you use the Pachi for migraine?
For migraines? Mm-hmm. Sometimes there's a whole bunch of things you can do. There's a chain treatment, neck chain treatment. There's also kawaii spark, just sparks in the temples, mm-hmm. You know. There's a whole bunch of things. You can take a chain and put it, you know, like here and spark. There's a whole bunch of options for treatments for migraines with Apache. So yeah, sometimes. It's not, and I have to say, I also in recent years have moved slightly away. I used to use a lot more diode rings and Apache and stuff like that, and I still use it a fair amount, but this stuff is really good, like as the topping, the icing on the cake. I don't really see this stuff as like, you know, with some exceptions, you know, like for neuropathy, you know, diodes are fabulous. You know, certain kinds of pain, you know, especially bone pain, they're really good. You know, so some things like they're really, you know, really elementary for me, and some things, you know, I add it as, you know, I'm much more interested in finding the best remote points, and then I'll add, you know, some local stuff, you know, with toys. But I'm much more interested in finding points that are, you know, going to solve the problem. So if you can fill out an evaluation, that would be cool. Just enjoy, you know, play around. and see what happens. You know, and like I said, you know, start with 1 or 2 tricks and add them in. Don't make the patient expect too much, and little by little, as you gain more confidence, you know, I would start with like Sanjo 8 for the SCM. If it doesn't work, maybe you have to call Sanjo 5. You know, start with the dream mode. You know, do 1 protocol at a time. Add a few protocols. You know, and then over time, your vocabulary is better. So add it to what you're already doing. You know, unless you're like totally willing to go, you know, to jump in, that's fine too. But you don't have to just jump in, you can just add. Okay? So enjoy it, let me know how things go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.